So when the Director General of Jammu and Kashmir Police says Pakistan had infiltrated all important aspects of civil society in J&K and that political parties cultivated leaders of these terror networks for votes, it's a hugely alarming statement to make, and it's resulted in this war of words with PDP Chief Mehbooba Mufti calling for his sacking, saying he's not doing his job. Where is he catching terrorists? What are these statements all about? But what do these statements mean? Joining me on India First is Lieutenant General Sanjay Kulkarni, former Director General of Infantry. And do remember, infantry plays a very critical role in counter-terror operations. SP Vaid is the former Director General of Jammu and Kashmir Police. Najmu Saqib represents the PDP on this special broadcast, and Irfan Hafiz Lone is a lawyer and activist, a part of the civil society in J&K. But Mr. Vaid, what do you make of DGP Swain's comments? Political parties cultivated leaders of terror network for votes. Is that true, sir?
Gaurav, first of all, my tribute to the martyrs and condolences to their families. Then coming to your question, see, we all knew Kashmir. We all worked there, lived there, but more than 3 decades. As far as his statement that every aspect of civil society of Kashmir was basically infiltrated by ISI, that statement is to very, very large extent correct. In fact, you take it academia, you take civil society, the bar, the bureaucracy, police, even my own department, you take educational institutions, any wing of the civil society, media, they were all affected because in the 90s, when terrorism erupted, there was a subversion of almost every part of the civil society, and political parties are also part of it, and everyone got affected. There's no doubt about it. Only difference is many of us did not make statement in the open, but we all knew this. I think R.R. Swain has made a statement, but we must also realize that a lot of political workers also got killed in this.
I'll come to that aspect in just a moment, but I want to bring in Najmu Saqib into this conversation. Sir, you represent the PDP. R.R. Swain is accusing leaders of J&K, of political leaders of J&K, that they've mastered the art of running with the hare and hunting with hounds. Sir, has he completely exposed, 1, the political leadership, 2, elements in the civil society in Jammu and Kashmir?
That's for me, Gaurav?
Yes, sir. Go on.
Good to see you, Gaurav, after a long, long time. I mean, it's really unfortunate that we are speaking in the time when we continuously are losing our Jawans. For last, I think, 1.5 years, it has been a terrible spate of killings, whether that be in Kathua or whether that's in Rajouri, Punch, or now in Doda as well. Look, all we are saying is, and first of all, let me say, that our hearts go out to the families who are losing their loved ones. I mean, the images on your screen of a mother and father crying, but still maintaining that decorum and that courage, I think that is, that's very heartwarming and painful at the same time. So our thoughts and prayers are with those families who have lost their loved ones in this recent spate of the killings. But having said that, look, Gaurav, all we have said and all our party president has said is that, look, you cannot. We are saying that your fight is with an enemy. Continue to do that job. Do not scapegoat us for your failures. I mean, you've been at the helm of affairs for the last 7 years now. If you cannot stop the sort of infiltration, or if there is an intelligence failure on your part, do not blame the mainstream political parties. We have lost thousands of party cadre members to this vicious cycle of violence. We have continued to be the torchbearers and flag bearers of democracy in Jammu and Kashmir by painting us and sort of, putting a name on all the mainstream. I think we are doing a disservice to this nation. And I completely look. wherever the people of this country have of mainstream, I think we have risen up to the challenge and we have done the job excellently.
Fair enough. Jen Kulkarni, are political leaders in Jammu and Kashmir playing both sides? Is that impacting India's war on terror? Respond to PDP leaders or Najmu Saqib, for example, on the broadcast saying political parties in J&K, they've risen to the occasion, they've shed blood, they've fought for India against Pakistan, and they're being unfairly targeted and tarnished.
Gaurav, of course, very sorry to have heard all this. But at the very outset, I must say I absolutely endorse the DGP swear and DGP Ved. There is no denying the fact, because I have served in Doda from 96 to 99. And I can tell you with certainty that yes, there is no denying the fact. As much as the fish can't stay without water, neither can these terrorists stay without local support. And that local support to them comes encouraged by these politicians without fail. It is coming for whatever the reason it may be. There is no denying the fact that some politicians, some locals have also lost their lives fighting against terrorism. No denying the fact. We have confronted, I've been telling people, I've confronted so many families in Doda. In Doda, I'm telling you, in Thatri, I can tell you with certainty. I would go to their houses and ask them, why don't you let your son surrender? Why don't you let your son surrender? Please, we know he's a... At the end of it, they would say, Janab, aap maar do. What do you mean maar do? Of course we will kill him. Without fail, we will kill him. There's no denying the fact we'll kill him. But from the same family, we will have somebody doing Anganwadi, somebody a teacher, somebody a shopkeeper, somebody an engineer. What does that mean? That family is earning a goodwill just because that one child of that family is a militant. Until and unless you strike that family, until and unless you get rid of this local support, which of course is perpetuated by Pakistan, because Pakistan is a hub of terror. Pakistan is continuously using terror as an instrument of state policy. And
respond Irfan Lone. These are very pertinent points that are being made. Members of the civil society in Jammu and Kashmir siding with Pakistan state-sponsored radical Islamist terror. Had that not been true, sir, mosques in Srinagar and in Kashmir Valley would not have been used to say Raliv, Galiv, ya Salav. And we've seen the exodus of Kashmiri Hindus from the valley in the 1990s, sir.
See, first of all, my heartfelt condolences to bereaved families. Mr. Sawant, first of all, I seek apology from all those who used to say that no sooner we remove 370 special states from J&K, things will normalize, Kashmiri Pandits will return back, Apsara will go, it will be a normal state, including your good self. You used to make very tall claims that 370 will go, it will be a return of the normalcy. But you have seen things are moving from bad to worse. So
I'm sorry, I completely disagree with you. And since you go on rhetoric, I go on facts. I'll let you complete your point, and then I'll destroy your tall claims with facts. We'll put out those facts on India Today, how things have improved in Jammu and Kashmir on the terror front after abrogation of Article 370 with facts. But please complete your point.
See, first of all, let me tell you, we all are here worst victim. Thousands of the workers of these political parties were killed. And this common Kashmiri was worst victim of this turmoil. And I would like to remind you, the Honorable Supreme Court in 370 judgment held, let there be a commission which will investigate all sorts of violations, not from one side, all sorts of violations, thereby meaning we are worst victim of this turmoil. And to blame that
and yet some people sided with Pakistan despite being worst victims of turmoil. I agree with you, Kashmir has suffered, but I want you to respond to that very specific question, that terrorists may have been eliminated, but those responsible for recruitment and those responsible for funding terror were never investigated.